In today's video, we finally have my review of the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. Sadly, by the time you guys are watching this, the beta, I want to say, is officially over. In this video, I'm going to be showing a couple gameplays. I'm going to be talking about weapons, kill streaks, anything basically that was in the beta and my thoughts about it. But at the end of it all, I mean, I enjoyed this beta. Of course, at the end of the video, you're going to see what my initial rating is of the game. I enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings in the community, but at the end of it all, that's the whole community. I know I am me. And of course, the content that I want to create is going to be just because what I think is good or what's going to benefit me. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please leave a comment down below what you guys thought of the beta, but let's get into it. When it came to the multiplayer, when I was starting the beta, I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be like a jetpack or anything, but with the wall bounce, I am not going to lie. I thought the movement was going to be OD when I was hearing about it and seeing videos about it, but I can't lie. The game felt very fluid. Like, I had no complaints there. The movement felt really good. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it made the gameplay faster and just a better experience than what we had in Black Ops 6. It just, I don't know, for me, just personally, the game felt good. The ARs, all the ARs that I actually used, they all felt good. The only thing about the ARs for me, I felt like the Peacekeeper, I don't know if I just didn't have enough attachments or whatever, or it needs a buff, but out of all three of the ARs, I felt like the Peacekeeper was the weakest personally. Submachine guns, I really only used the Dravik. I didn't use the other two too much. When I did try them, I more tried it in zombies, and I just personally didn't think they were that good. But the Dravik, I felt like was a really good gun. I was able to shoot that gun medium range, long range, and pretty much just dominate all around with that gun. I know that gun's probably going to get a nerf, and I want to say it did get a nerf and there was a patch within the beta itself, but even with the patch of that gun, I still thought it was really good. The shotguns, I personally didn't like the shotguns. I don't know why, I just personally didn't. I felt like when I first tried it and I was trying to spam to see how fast you can honestly shoot it, I felt like there was a delay between each time I was trying to shoot it. So I don't know, even when I tried it on zombies, like, it was decent, but I had double tap on it, so I can't really say if it was really that good. But I personally didn't use them like that. I just didn't have fun trying it. I just felt like the delay was killing me. But every time in the game when I ran into somebody that was using a shotgun, it was annoying the hell out of me. They would kill me left and right whenever I ran into them, and I would be on a streak every time, and then they would just come out of nowhere and just pop me, and it'd be like, bro, are you seriously using a shotgun right now? The LMG, of course, there was only one that was in the beta itself, but the LMG, I felt like after running into somebody in a match that he was killing me, he was killing our whole team. I don't know what was going on, but he was killing off our team with the LMG, so I said, screw it, let me give it a try. And whatever class that I had made, I forgot the exact attachments, but I was able to use the LMG and run around the map and dominate it like it was an AR. I don't know what it was, but the LMGs, you could tell it's an LMG when you reload, of course, but to run around the map and kill how I was killing, the gun felt amazing. It didn't feel like an LMG. For the marksman rifles, the M8A1, it was a really good gun for the first couple days of the beta, just like it used to be in the older Black Ops games. But after one of the first patches came out for the beta, the gun, personally, it just felt like it wasn't the gun to use anymore like it was in the beginning stages of the beta. I mean, it's still a good gun, I'm not gonna knock it, but I don't know, after the patch, it just felt like it wasn't as strong hitting, or the other guns got buffed and that those basically dethroned the M8. I mean, the M8 is always gonna be a fan favorite. It came from the older Black Ops, and that back then that gun was just dominating. But the early stages of the beta, the gun felt amazing. Snipers, I personally didn't use them as much. It was satisfying though when I would get a couple kills with them. I tried to use them whenever, like, if my team was losing a match, I said screw it, I'd put on a sniper, but I didn't really put too much time into trying to. But I know, seeing the clips I've seen online of Pomage and Scope, they're professional snipers when it comes to this Call of Duty, but they made the snipers look good, so there's hope for that. The pistols, I don't really have an opinion for them. Basically, I was running overkill pretty much the whole beta, so I had no use to really try the pistols. Even in zombies, I didn't even try the pistols, so I can't really say it. The rocket launcher, I tried it in zombies just because I got it out of a box, but I didn't try it on multiplayer. But I thought it was kind of interesting because it was a charged up laser, which is going to make it interesting to see how the camel grind's going to go for this year, because I don't know what to expect for it. I mean, of course, out of all the games that I did play on the beta, there was maybe like one helicopter I ran into. I didn't run into any VTOLs. I don't know if it was just my lobbies, but I don't I'm curious what the camel grad's gonna be for the rocket launcher. I hope it's not annoying. For the maps designs were amazing. They actually felt really fun to play. Like, I had no complaints on there. But in all the maps, you could see there was a 3-lane map design, just like the older Call of Duty. So you knew basically once you figured out the maps and you saw which lanes were what, the left side, right side, and the middle, it was easily what's the word? It was easy to learn how to run the map. It wasn't difficult. But out of all the maps, Toshin, which I want to say was added last, I don't know. I just personally didn't care for that map design or the map itself. I mean, it was a fun map. Like, I'm not gonna knock it, but I just felt like it wasn't my favorite out of the 6 maps that we had. Blackheart, it was a fun map. It felt like it was probably the smallest map out of everything, but based on what I could see, of course you can run an AR, you can run a sniper, you can run basically whatever, but I felt like that map you could pretty much just get away with just running an SMG or a shotgun, because it just felt like a super close quarters map. For the game modes, every game mode was pretty much the same as any Call of Duty. Nothing was pretty much new except for Overload. Overload, when I was running it with one of the homies, of course I have a video up that we made a whole team quit. If you haven't already, I'll leave the link down below. But it really just felt like Uplink. It just felt like the same mode. Like Uplink, you remember in the older Call of Duty, you grab the ball and you have to go and score it. This one basically was just a charge and you had 2 zones to score on. So I mean, it just gave me that same vibe. I know that specific game mode, realistically, if you had a good team, you could just be the most annoying people. You could spawn trap, you can camp their spawn and just streak up. I know that's how it was on a couple of our matches that we were doing it, but I mean, the map's cool. The game mode's cool, but it wasn't a fan favorite. I prefer playing hardcore or like domination. And then Call of Duty, I have to give you guys your praise. When you guys added the open mosh pit, which basically said no to SBMM, that made the game actually even more fun to play, because I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not trying to sit up in my chair and sweat every match. Of course, I always try to get the best gameplays every match, or if you guys stop by the live stream, I give you guys good content to watch, but I'm not trying to have to sweat 24/7. So having the SBMM disappear for the open mosh pit, I hope that transfers to the regular game, because it was actually really fun to play. I didn't have to like sit up 24/7. So Call of Duty, I give you guys your praise. The kill streaks seem fine to me. Honestly, I just seen a lot of UAVs. I seen a lot of counter UAVs. Low-key, that was kind of annoying to see. But honestly, out of all the stuff and the kill streaks, the Gravemaker, it has to be my favorite addition to the game. Not only because I like the snipe, but it's just funny because when you first heard, oh, there's a sniper that can shoot through all the walls, you're just like, oh, this can be really dumb. But I can't lie, even with that and the fact that you can see through the map and everything, it's satisfying when you kill somebody. But it's also not the easiest, because there's a lot of times that I would use that kill streak and you would miss your shot. So I'm not going to say it's the most overpowered thing, but it was a fun kill streak to add, and I'm happy that it's in the game. The Rhino, which looks like the big old Titanfall robot, honestly, out of the whole beta, I ran into one of them, and it just happened to be on the opposite team. But it was just crazy to see it running around the map. I know I tried to stay away from it as much as possible, but the couple times I did run into it, or I just look at the kill feed, it was killing off my old team. But I don't know, I didn't try to kill it, so I can't really say if it's really overpowered or is it just something that, you know, it needs to get nerfed or buffed. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really try to give it the time of day when I saw it, because I had just spawned into the game and I'm like, wow, there's a Rhino, let me get away from this. And then the HKDS, those little robots that roll around, honestly, those things, they are annoying if you're on the opposing team of the person that does call them in, but those really remind me of the raps back in, what is it, Black Ops 3 and 4. So I mean, I was used to them, but when you're on the opposing team, you have to admit, those are pretty annoying. Lethals, I had really only a couple complaints when it came to the lethals. The little turrets that you can throw down, either the ones that would shoot at you or it would send drones out. Honestly, those were the most annoying thing in the game, personally, in my opinion. I mean, you could literally be on a streak, you could be running around, you be trying to be low-key, but then all of a sudden you see this little drone flying at you, or you have the little drone just posted up somewhere and it's starting to shoot at you. I don't know what it was, but those things would be annoying. And then even when you would try to shoot the little drones flying at you, it would suck because it would give your position away, and then all of a sudden you being on a streak, either you have to just focus on who's going to be around you, or you have to take out this drone because it's going to get you killed. Lastly, the EMP grenades and stunts, oh my god, I don't know what it was. The stuns, there was one match that I was just getting stunned, nade 24/7, and it made me lose my mind. But in the beginning of the beta, I don't know what it was. EMP grenades were out there so much, and it was personally really annoying. I don't know why people were running it 24/7. Like, it didn't stop you pretty much on anything. Like, you could still run the game. Like, it didn't kill a lot. You could still jump and all that, but just your whole screen making it all fuzzy and all that weird look from being EMP'd, that was probably some of the most annoying time. Zombies, I personally had a blast on it. I know we've never had zombies in a beta before out of any of the Call of Duty, so I have to give Call of Duty their praise for that because it gave me something to actually look forward to running. I kind of wish it was the big map. I thought we were gonna possibly get like a sneak peek of that, but seeing the fact that we also didn't have what's it called, like a round cap, it's actually cool to see. I know my personal best on the beta, I was able to get the round 61 solo. I could have got higher, I feel like, but I had a lot of dumb downs within like the rounds 20 and 30, so it kind of screwed me over. But the stuff that they added, such as the toxic growth, the new field upgrade, it was cool. Like, I guess if you put it in like a doorway, it was like slowing down zombies. It wasn't really killing them, in my opinion, that I can notice, but I could be wrong. Once you can add more upgrades to it, like, you know, the little augments, but we couldn't add augments during the beta, so I really don't know if that's gonna be a good field upgrade at the end of it all. So we're gonna have to wait till the full game comes out. The map was fun. I know it's only a small portion of what we're gonna see on this the big map, but the small survival map, it was a good sneak peek on what we're gonna hopefully see, at least on a part of the big map, meaning like if we're driving around, the farm's gonna be right there. I know playing that map, it kind of made me think, oh, if zombies is gonna be the same for the camel grind this year, it's gonna be pretty easy. Like, I feel like that literal survival map was just straight away like, okay, you blow this part up, you turn the power on the in the farm, you have your, what's it called, you have your pack-a-punch and all that. You had your pack-a-punch in the farm, you know where the field up not the field upgrade, but you have the upgrade of your weapon rarity downstairs of the house. Like, it was pretty self-explanatory, so I had no complaints. So I know when it comes to me doing the camel grind this year, I probably might hop on a survival map like that, unless I have to play the big map or any other game modes within zombies. But I thought it was a good map. The bear was a cool addition for a new elite zombie. Personally, I preferred this over the amalgam. I don't know what it was, just all last year trying to fight the amalgams, unless you knew what you were really doing, which I did. I mean, I played a lot of zombies, but the amalgams were just probably the most annoying thing. The abominations were easy to kill, the manglers were easy to kill, the doppelgas were easy to kill, which you happen to see if you get into the higher rounds of this current zombies. But the bear was cool. I mean, you just really have to shoot the beehives. Of course, it got a little hard with them once you get 2 to 3 of them when you got in the higher rounds, but I thought they were cool. The trash can that was in the back by the farm, I thought it was a cool thing to see, that you could just like grab like your extra weapons from the box, you could throw them in there, it'll give you scrap. I know occasionally it would pop out a ray gun, so I just thought that was a cool addition. And then going back to the zombies itself, the Ravagers are cool. I thought they were fun. Of course, it's different from dogs, so you got the robots that we had in the last DLC of Black Ops 6, but I thought they were cool. I don't know if you guys saw my short form that I posted the other day. When you get to the higher rounds when it comes to zombies for this map, the Ravagers just come out of nowhere and they try to like rush you fast, and it just felt like World War Z. Like, of course, in the short you'll see I put a clip in World War Z, like what I was trying to refer to, but they were just, it was just wild. Like, these things would just charge you. I know, like, on higher rounds I had like 50 of them, and I'm surprised I didn't go down on that, noting I was solo. If I didn't have the trap, I'm pretty sure I would have died. But overall, I give this beta and the game itself at least a 7.5, 8 for me. The game was personally fun to me. I know everybody's gonna have their different opinions on the game, but I was having fun on it. It gave me something refreshing to play. Of course, I've been posting Black Ops 6 content, but I need something new. I mean, I finished the camel grinds. I finished all that really early in the year. So having some new content and a new game, and which has different movement, different everything, it felt refreshing. The only reason I'm giving it a 7.5, 8 is just because the game's not fully out yet. Like, I don't know what's to come for this game. This game could change my mind while it's out, and that it can go south, but it can also go north, and meaning that I can give it a higher rating once I get my hands on the full game. Of course, the beta helped me sway my ideas on how I was expecting this game to be, because let's be honest, that first trailer wasn't a selling point. Of course, this beta helps because I'm more of a multiplayer person, so I was actually looking forward to something, trying to give it a try, see what my opinion was going to be based off of it, which I had fun. I know I've seen on Twitter, I see on YouTube, there's a lot of mixed opinions on it. It's gonna be Battlefield this, Battlefield that, Call of Duty this, Call of Duty that. At the end of it all, I mean, I come from both. I've played Battlefield my whole life, I played Call of Duty my whole life, but I've been more of a COD head than anything, and I'm not trying to just say, hey, Call of Duty, you know, what's up, like, let's partner up or nothing. I know I'm still a small creator, but Call of Duty, in my opinion, this one was actually pretty fun compared to previous years. And then at the end of it all, with the camel grinds and everything we saw leading into the beta and just playing some of the beta, I'm just ready for the grind to start. I know multiplayer I'm probably going to start with, then I'm going to go zombies, and then I'll probably do the campaign. I know the campaign, I'll probably run it with one of the homies just because it's a co-op campaign, but the camo itself, that will be just through time. I'm not going to rush it, but I'm just happy I have something to look forward to grind within the next few months. So that's my opinion. If you guys haven't already, like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you know when I go live, when I post on my content. It's Need, and we out. We murked that lobby, bro.